winter weather sets in, staying safe on the road becomes more important than ever. Today, we're joined by Mark Taylor. He's a litigation attorney from Siegfried and Jensen, and he's sharing essential tips for that winter driving here in Utah. And this interview is sponsored by Siegfried and Jensen in your 35th year of helping people who have been in an accident. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me. Here to just talk about winter driving and the things that we need to know. We've been doing this quite a while. As you mentioned, I'm with Siegfried and Jensen, and we always see in the winter months a big increase in both the number and severity of car crashes.
Right.
And so right now is a good time for everybody to remind ourselves how to drive and be safe on winter roadways and what to do if unfortunately you're in a car wreck.
So your biggest thing is slow down, right? Take the extra time.
Yeah, you want to slow down and take extra time. I mean, driving safely on winter roadways really boils down to two things in my mind. Number one is keeping control of your vehicle, and number two, giving yourself time to react to changing conditions. And slowing down and keeping a safe distance away from other vehicles around you gives you the time to stop if you need to without jamming on your brake, which can make things worse, and to also react to other vehicles. So that's important, and also keeping good control of your vehicle. You want to make sure your tires are good. You want to make sure that you're not making any sudden moves or sudden stops. Those things will go a long way to keeping you safe on the road.
Mark, isn't it funny? We all live in Utah, but we're shocked when it snows, and we suddenly forget how to drive.
We forget how to drive.
Right. It's a good time to just stop and remember. Just don't do anything too suddenly. That's when your tires will break free on the ice and the snow and things go bad. So just give yourself time to be safe and be careful.
Okay, so heaven forbid you are in a crash. What do you guys recommend you do?
Well, first things first, at the scene, the first thing you want to do is call 911. And people sometimes forget that, but you want to get emergency responders on their way to helping you and anybody else who might need it. Another thing to keep in mind, especially during the winter, is stay in your car until it's safe to get out, and then get a safe distance away from the roadway. You do not want to be standing by your vehicle if another car comes sliding through and hits you.
We've seen that happen.
Right.
So scary.
So wait until it's safe, then get out and get a safe distance away. And then when the paramedics do arrive, let them check you out. Sometimes you might not realize that you've been hurt, and so let the paramedics check you out and make sure you're okay.
What I like about this conversation right now is when you're in that space of an accident, you're in shock. If you don't plan ahead and say, okay, stay in my vehicle, call 911, be
have
checked
a plan.
out. If you have a plan, in the moment you forget. Everything goes out the window. How do you know if you should then see a doctor after being checked by the paramedics?
So the answer to that question is really simple. Listen to your body. Our bodies will tell us if we're hurt, if we need to go to the emergency room, if we need to go see a doctor. And some people won't trust their body and say, oh, I'm okay. No, listen to what your body's telling you. And then go and get the medical care that your body tells you that you need. And this is really important. Even if someone doesn't have health insurance, your own car insurance in almost every case will pay for the first few $1,000s of medical care from a car wreck. That's a benefit you're entitled to. So take advantage of that benefit, listen to your body, go get checked out.
So speaking of insurance, let's dive a little bit more into that. Of course, you want to make sure that you're current, but what else would you recommend you want to make sure?
Right. Making sure it's current is important. Sometimes we have clients that have let their insurance lapse, and that's a problem. But check and make sure it's current. And when you do that, you want to check and make sure you have what's called underinsured motorist coverage, or UIM for short. And this is really important. Because if someone's in a car wreck, they might get hit by someone who doesn't have very good insurance or doesn't have any insurance at all to pay for the damages that they've caused. In that case, your own UIM insurance will step in to pay for what the other guy can't. And that can be a huge lifesaver. It's made a huge difference in a lot of our clients' cases. So I would talk to your agent about UIM coverage and make sure you've got good coverage.
Okay, UIM. That's what you're asking your agent
to know
about today, everyone. Yeah. All right, and when should you give Siegfried and Jensen a call?
If you are wondering if you need legal help, please call us. We've been doing this since 1990. We've been helping people, and we would love to help you or anybody else who's hurt to know how to take care of themselves, how to take care of their families, also how to even the playing field with the insurance companies, make sure you're being treated fairly, and to just get people back on their feet and their lives back on track. That's what we're here to help people do.
There's a language that I think the insurance companies and the claims adjusters speak that you also speak. You help us navigate.
You're helping us understand.
Yeah, the headache and the hassle of it all.
That can be true. And yeah, we're here to deal with that so that people can just deal with their own health and get recovered while we handle the problems.
SiegfriedandJensen.com is the website, everybody. They're also on social media, and we'll put a link to them on our website at abc4.com/GTU. And our thanks to Siegfried and Jensen for this sponsored interview. Good tips. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.